I'm Alian Scarlett. I'm your host. Welcome back to Teen Scene. I'm here with my co-host,
Alian.
Yeah, we're here with a special guest, and don't go anywhere. We have a lot to talk about. This is definitely something you don't want to miss.
I'm Austin Russell. I'm the team leader for Luminar Technologies. We're based up in the Bay Area by Stanford in the US. I started at a really young age of sort of getting really interested in some aspects of computer science and software development. Then sort of moved on to some of the electrical engineering, computer engineering aspects of that. Did a bit of independent contracting at this time. This is a few years ago when I was really young, about like 10 or 11 at that time. Since then though, and over the past 4 years or so, I've gotten really into specifically photonics. We can add whole other dimensions of information when you manipulate light over just purely, let's say, acoustic or electrical phenomena. For the past few years, I've been focusing on developing some various new imaging technologies. They're called LiDAR and hyperspectral imaging systems, both of which are high resolution and in real time. The LiDAR system that I was developing, it's able to measure not only sort of an X and a Y axis of a field of view like a regular camera, but also a Z axis, as in the depth of each pixel within the individual image. So you have an entire high resolution depth map that can span distances even up to a kilometer. The second sort of imaging modality that I also we're developing is a real-time hyperspectral camera system that's actually able to identify the molecular composition of all the objects within the field of view completely in real time. It's able to send out a very short pulse of light into the environment to 2 million different locations, all in 1/60th of a second. There are current systems that exist that do this. However, unfortunately, they're extremely costly, often tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also very bulky, about the size of, maybe this large, the size of like a mini fridge, you could say. So right now we have it down to the size of a few pennies. I definitely see how a lot of these technologies that were originally presented, decades ago, some of the original Star Trek episodes can actually be realized today. It's definitely sort of a great foreshadow for what's to come.
Okay, we're back, and we're here to talk about social media.
No, that's your favorite topic.
It's a big topic. Definitely something that's going to be hard to tackle, but we talk about everything here. So I want to ask what your thoughts are on social media. This is really your field.
I think my opinion about social media, I think social media is a little bit too much. I think, you learn some stuff, but there's a lot of pros and cons. You'll learn something and then somebody will come here and bash you about it. It seems like when you try to do something good, it's always that one person to try to throw you off. But I took a moment of, I took a break of social media and I was living my best life. And
Okay.
that was how I did.
That's true. I like that. You kind of saying that people compare themselves to other people in social media and get kind of...
Don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I like that. What do you think?
I feel like sometimes there is a certain age range that should be on social media, because you have self-esteem that will break kids 12 and under down. So who shouldn't have social media, but that goes back onto the parents, whether they allow your child to have social media. But I also feel as though social media has a big impact in society right now, because there's a lot of young kids my age, 19 and up, who are actually making a lot of money off social media, such as YouTubers, Instagram. When you selling a brand or your business is on Instagram, they make a lot of money because it's more exposure for the person. So it's a lot of things that you can actually, pros, like you're saying, it's pros and cons. The pros of social media, it's a lot of business that comes out of it where you make a lot of money.
the direction this is taking, because there are a lot of pros, but we can't ignore the cons here. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Social media, it's a big connection. It's a big network. It can connect you to different people, but show me who your friends are. I can show you who you are. You connect to the wrong people.
Right.
It can spell disaster for you. You gotta watch out what you're doing on social media.
Yes.
Watch out for the content. A lot of stuff in your feed that shouldn't be there. That can change your mind and change the way you view things for the negative. You really gotta watch out.
Also, parents, y'all make sure y'all monitor what your child are doing. There's a lot of things that they could be doing without you even knowing. I feel like when you post a picture, make sure your parents are quiet and they have their opinion on it. And as always, your parents' opinion always matters. That's coming from me.
And everyone should be aware that what goes on the internet forever stays on the internet.
Yes.
That delete button is not deleted. Trust me, the government will find you.
Yeah, their footprints are real. Oh, that was a good talk. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more on social media.
Stay right there.
All right, we're back from our break. I'm Alian Scarlett, your host.
And I'm Kia Allen.
Yep, and we're back talking about social media.
More about the cons and what goes with it. So let's get into hackers. How do you feel about hackers?
I feel that hackers are nothing to play with. They steal your identity. They just, and even not even that, even adults, they take their money and they mess around with it, and that's no joke. And we need to stop hacking and make sure we stay in line with that type of stuff. How do you feel?
Hacking is something that's very serious. Hacking, there's so many different forms, viruses, malware. It's insane. Especially with today, people are developing new ways to find their way into your identity, find their way into your bank account. And social media, it actually is a platform for hackers to get into your personal life and get your personal information. You have to educate yourself on social media, and especially when you're signing up, because they ask you a lot of questions. They want to know your address. It's not just your username, and especially if you're young and you lie about your age to get onto social media, it's not a good thing to do. Don't do it, people. Don't do it. So, what else do you think about social media? Just because social media, it's been a while for quite a while, actually. It's relatively new, but the way it's progressed, Snapchat, Tinder, what do you think are some of the dangers people should be aware of?
I feel like it all depends on what social media you are getting into and how you are involving yourself in social media. So if you're using your account for negativity, then that's when the cons come in. Who you're talking to, the information you are giving out to strangers, and you have also apps also such as Tinder and other social media that you get onto to talk to random people. So for girls, ladies out there who are going on a date, please do not tell the person where you're going to lay your head at if you're going to go on a date. So that was one of my things, because there's a lot of speed dating out here, online dating. So just be aware of who you're talking to online.
Right. You have anything to add?
Yeah, I have something. I feel like everybody should be aware of that type of stuff. And a lot of people our age, I feel like we should stick up for each other. We should, let's say somebody's falling down, you should be the one to pick them up. And even though you don't know that person, you don't gotta, just let them know that, everybody been through there. Somebody had problems, you've been there, you're supposed to help them. Even if you didn't be in that situation, just be there and make sure to keep your head up, make sure you never fall down.
I have something I'd like to add. Social media, do not oversimplify. It's not just a messaging platform. It's not like your messenger. It's not just a place where people post pictures. It actually has a way of working its way into your mind. It actually has a way of connecting you to dangerous people. You have to, please, don't treat it like it's a joke. It really is like driving. It's a privilege. You have to respect it, and it'll respect you. Otherwise, it could spell disaster for the rest of your life or for years to come. So
it's all on how you use it.
That's true. So that was a good talk. I think we're gonna go to break, and please don't go anywhere. We have a lot more to talk about. So much more that we're gonna cover.
And we'll be right back.
business. We are rocking and rolling. Up next is going to be Division 3, TV commercials, searching your fashion division. And we have contestant 301 up first. Take it away.
When it comes to finding stylish clothes for reasonable prices, girl, the struggle is real. That's why you should download Runway. This shopping app has all the clothes I could want for literally the best prices. With Runway, you'll be saying the struggle was real. Stop down at my pet store where you get the best pet supplies. We have grooming, care, toys, so you should come down now to Kalia's Pet Store. 303. I'm here to talk to you about Safe Pets Tick and Flea collars. Down here at Safe Pets, we all believe that if you really love your animals, that you should all have a collar on them. I'm just here to help you convince that.
304. Do you like cupcakes? Then you should come down to Burke's Cupcake Boutique. We sell fresh, homemade cupcakes each and every day. You'll never get tired of our sweet treats. Are you having trouble discovering the fun? Come to Fort Ricky and discover the fun.
306. OMG girl, have you heard about the new hair sensation that's gripping the nation? Introducing the Curl Swirl, a new product to maximize definition and minimize frizz. So what are you waiting for? Go grab some.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Alian Scarlett.
I'm Kia Allen.
And I'm Joel.
And as your host, we have a lot to talk about. Definitely attacking social media. There are some social media platforms, applications that are just not beneficial to your life. They're not going to help you in the future, such as Facebook. But
Something for exposure.
right,
Just on the post.
right. Basic. It's entertainment. It's not business. It's not productive. It's just fun.
And there's many more. There's many more other than social media. There's a lot more things.
Right. The thing is, it's okay to have fun, but don't overdo it. There needs to be limitations to everything. You want to really work hard, you want to start your own business, that's great. LinkedIn is a perfect platform to do that. Connects you to the right people. People have actually gotten hired in jobs off of that. But to spend your time on Facebook, it's just not something that would really benefit you.
So such as productive social medias that will help you in businesses, help you also with portfolios and resumes, like you were saying, LinkedIn, to post your resumes and everything. It helps you out discover other people, businesses, and they also discover you and they'll see your background. So it's beneficial.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to do a comparison right now between LinkedIn and Instagram, I can promise you LinkedIn has a lot more benefits. For one, LinkedIn, like you said, posting resumes. Not only that, you can post your skills. Not just skills like I'm an actor or I'm good at film, but skills as in I have good leadership, I have good teamwork ability. In Instagram, it's just pictures and tag your friends if you like this outfit. And honestly, we can be honest with each other. It's not helpful to your future.
I feel like if any entrepreneur who's trying to get out there, your main focus is your source and your audience. You need an audience for your business to get out there. So the more people you grab, the more money comes to you. So it's like I said, it all depends on how you're using social media and how you expose yourself on it. So, but LinkedIn is a great way.
LinkedIn is strictly business. Instagram is just about pictures. Exactly what he said, pictures and just stuff like that. You don't get out there. LinkedIn wants to help you get out there. And that's why you should go to LinkedIn.
It's not just Instagram either, it's Facebook as well. Facebook has this huge idea where it's built around helping people find entertainment. Lots of things that can't help you learn, I'm trying to say. It's not very educational. Yeah, you can learn about, I guess, outfits and, what's going on with the Kardashians or something, but let's be real. If you want to be productive and you want to be successful,
Right.
LinkedIn is where you need to go as far as social media goes. Social media is not evil, it's not bad.
And let me cut into that, guys. I'm not gonna really bash Instagram because, like I said, you gotta do your research or something because there's a lot of things that people are actually getting paid for. Because you can actually go on Instagram and build up your own profile where people can immediately go email you on Instagram, go on your website from Instagram. So you gotta do your research and see how is it benefiting you, how are you gonna make your money from it, how you're gonna get your exposure. For example, like hashtags. Everyone loves hashtags. Why? Because that brings in your audience. So you just gotta do your research on the social media and what that social media provides for you, for your business or whatever that you're trying to come up with. So I know there's LinkedIn. Is there another one? Do you know another social media that's beneficial? I know it's LinkedIn. It's another one that they use in school a lot.
I feel like another social media app that should be discussed is Twitter. We haven't really touched on that much, mainly because Twitter has not gotten hate, but Twitter has been used by one person in particular, Donald Trump, very abusively. Twitter is just his way of sending out mass hate to anybody who disagrees with. And it's fine to disagree with people, but to voice your opinions constantly in such a negative way via Twitter, it shows you social media, don't mess around with it too much. Don't read too much into what other people say. It's not just Donald Trump. A lot of people will hate on you for following your dreams or for doing things that are productive. I'm encouraging you now, I'm telling you now, follow your dreams. Do what you believe in that's right in your heart. It's okay to follow your dreams. It might be scary, yes, but when people, take Donald Trump for example, tell you can't be something or do something via Twitter, it doesn't mean you have to quit. That's what I'm trying to say.
Also, you're a president. You have bigger things to do. Why are you on Twitter? Let's even talk about this. Let's try Barack Obama and Donald Trump.
I feel like social media has a very strong point when it comes to self-esteem with individuals. Some people aren't as resilient as others, which is okay, but I feel like parents should be aware of what their child is posting on social media. Like I said, it stays on the internet forever. Guys, don't worry about what no one says. Like they always say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That is so true because everybody see differently. Everyone has different opinions. So why listen to someone who's not putting a roof over your head, not putting money in your pocket?
That's true. That's true.
Like, what do you have to say about self-esteem for teens and social media?
I want to say that the greatest lie that anyone can ever tell you is that you are able to please everyone. Because it's not true. There's always going to be someone that you just butt heads with. You know what I mean? And just because maybe that person is aggressive, maybe you butt heads and they realize they don't like you and they just start to bully you or discourage you or just tell you things that make you feel like you're worth less. It's not true. It's not true. Don't let it get to you.
And also, the reason why is people think that other people are different. And that's the reason why. It's like somebody seeing somebody else. They look different. So that's why they don't look like us. But why can't we just be all one love? Why is that?
I feel like if everyone were the same, life would be boring. That's why we are all made different. Because that's what makes life so much interesting. It's more to see, it's more to discover, to get social with, it's a big world. So we gotta have some new things to see. It's gonna be boring if everyone's the same, so
that's why we gotta help each other out.
I was told once, if you can do what I can do and I can do what you can do, then one of us is irrelevant. We all need to be different. We all need to be able to do different things and have different aspects to us. That's what makes us beautiful as people. If we were all the same, what a terrible world it would be.
yes.
Well, that was a great talk.
Yes.
Definitely empowering, encouraging.
Got real deep into that conversation. That was a good one.
We did. We're gonna take a break, but we'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Japheth Doswell. We are Team Juxtopia Imhotep from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Team Juxtopia Imhotep is comprised 100% of students. Most of the students are from the city, Baltimore City, Maryland. The students' age ranges from middle school, high school, as well as college-age youth. Currently, we have 5 students. The advantages of having a student team is that, one, they're hungry. They really want to do something that's very innovative, think outside the box. The pure innovation, eagerness, and propensity to learn is there. The disadvantage is that they do not have the experience as a seasoned professional. The work with Google Lunar X Prize Challenge has definitely influenced our work with Juxtopia Imhotep. There can be crossover technologies from the Google Lunar X Prize competition to the Qualcomm Tricorder Challenge, specifically in the sensing technologies. Matter of fact, our 16-year-old student, the youngest student on the Google Lunar X Prize team, came up with her own spectrometer design to be integrated into the robot and identify water on the lunar surface. My mother was an educator, my father was a social worker. I'm the only child, so they put a lot into me to engineer the person that's talking to you today. Had a great experience growing up and was exposed to so many things that I think contributed to my intellectual, social ability, and providing that same experience for other youth that otherwise would have had that in their own family. I think it's a contribution that all of us should think about making, especially creating the next generation of youth that should be better than the previous generation.
I am Alian Scarlett,
Kia Allen.
And I'm Joel.
and we're just giving our final thoughts on what we think about social media. Definitely, if I had to summarize a lot of what we talked about, social media, it can be good, it can be dangerous if you use it improperly. Definitely treat it with care, be responsible. Another thing, don't let haters on social media get to you or discourage you. You're beautiful, and it's okay to be different. It's not a bad thing. Don't make it seem like being different is terrible. You want to be different.
Yeah, and I can add on that. I feel like Instagram, and not even Instagram, but social media, they should know their viewers. They should know that there's like 10-year-olds, 6-year-olds, in social media. They should know if there should be restrictions. There should be like different type of content. It should be divided until your age limit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. They should really pay attention to their audiences.
And when you get on social media, know your worth. Everyone, you are beautiful in every shape, way, and form.
All right.
Use jealousy as motivation. Use your haters as your motivation. Everything is about motivation. It just shows the closer you are to success. It's just up to you to walk on that rocky hill and make it go smooth.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show today, and we'll see you next time on Teen Scene.
Hi, my name is Tatiana Rapinski. I'm the team leader for AGLE, and we're based out of Baltimore, Maryland. This competition is designed to make it easier to monitor your health at home. Our team is an interdisciplinary team consisting of students from a variety of majors: mechanical engineering, software engineering, science, biomedical engineering. There's 2 advantages to being a student team. We are doing this project not for a paycheck or part of a company. We're doing this because we're wildly enthusiastic about the project, and I believe that enthusiasm and excitement is going to translate to our competition submission. Secondly, because we're new to the field, we're not bound by the status quo in healthcare, and as a result, we're poised to create very innovative solutions. The greatest challenge has been to develop a system that is consumer friendly. We are conducting usability testing. We are developing prototypes and then testing them to see how usable they are, how a person using them feels about it, and taking that feedback to modify our system. Our technology is a multi-part system designed to both tackle the diagnostic challenges as well as the usability specifications. The diagnostic component makes use of things like microfluidic chip and color change test strips. We have a vitals monitoring device, which is continuously worn, and then the smartphone application, which serves as the user interface. Our technology could really change the way that consumers view their own health. So if they're feeling sick, they can immediately know if it's something that they need to be worried about.
It's the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame.